Leroy Jenkins.
I have
Oh
an
gosh,
idea
you're
of
gonna do it,
how-
aren't you? You're
I have
going
an
to do
idea
it.
about I have an idea how to run.
I'm sure
If
you
we,
do. I hope you
if
success in
we
that.
all hawk a loogie at it at the same time and put and spit on the sand just in front of it, that should give us just enough time to be able to hightail it out of there.
Oh,
That's the Buffy the Vampire Slayer quote. Works in theory.
Well, I mean, if the Sphinx has to deal with gelatinous blob trying to eat and trying to suck its face,
there's no sand in this room.
there's no sand in this room.
oh,
I was under the impression there was sand in this room,
Nope. Room above you.
and only the room above us.
Yeah.
okay.
I could have sworn that you said there was sand in this room.
No, the room above had the desiccated mummies and the moisture eating goop in sand form.
Yep. And the top floor also had the one room with that as well.
There was sand
No,
in the.
there's no sand on the top floor. It's covered in power circles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, never mind.
So what we do is we run,
Definitely
and
mistaken.
then when we get to the room above, then we spit on the sand and then run further.
I think it didn't it try to eat Rodney last time we did
Well, yeah,
anything
but
with that?
the problem was is that
Rodney whole last time.
it ate
that
Rodney
we did that.
because
Yeah.
we spilled blood on it, and it was like suck up the moisture, and then like literally it was all around him is the issue. My idea is
blood. Roseboro means I liquefied a mountain lion on it.
yeah, because I rolled
Yeah.
a nat 20 on that one, like one of the few times I actually roll a nat 20, and it turned out to be a bad thing, which was just so keeping with tradition. It's not even funny.
So
Just we did not succeed in figuring out the riddle, and I obviously didn't help because
the party has not succeeded in figuring out the riddle.
No.
But Scar now made his Lord Demons and Monsters check,
Did he?
which you can also make if you have that skill,
Lord Demons
warrior
and
monk
Monsters.
that you are.
Yes.
Yes.
I need to pull up the document. Let me acquire the document. That's not the right document. That's the right one. Okay. Let's look up Lord Demons and Monsters.
Isekai.
Yeah, that's the one I needed. Lord,
Yep.
Lord,
The old one's
Demons
pretty
and
cool too. I like that. But this
49
one
is what I
is the
need.
relevant characters.
I need to roll a 49 or lower. Come on, dice. Come on. That
Flip a coin.
is a 36. Okay.
So you succeed. So you both know if you answer the riddle wrongly, the Sphinx has promised to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't answer the riddle at all, and you don't prompt a predator-based attack by turning and running like prey, if you back silently out of the room, there's a chance you will live.
Huh. I like this idea. Who's the best at public speaking?
Oh, we don't have to speak at all.
No, okay.
In
I'm
fact,
just,
the idea is not to speak.
not to speak
But yes.
at all whatsoever. And then basically
Yep.
just kind of, okay, let's just back away.
Let us back away.
Let's not run away.
You're not going to. You just hit level 4, and you're not going to test your newfound powers against the thousands-year-old Sphinx.
No.
Cookman is at least smart enough to say no to that now. That is great character development.
He has come a long way since his early 20s.
I'd rather not alienate myself from the rest of the group by murdering their characters while they're gone. They were here.
We just
I can't promise anything.
Slowly
That's
back away.
Yep. Saving characters.
I guess we can. I don't
So
know. Put away the.
You've backed up the stairs, and there's quite a lot of them, very quietly. very slowly while maintaining respectful eye contact, and then you're back up into the sand and the room of the scrolls and the codexes and the hentai and the destroyed mummy corpses.
Mm.
I'm really, really glad that we didn't die just then. These magic books are going to prove useful, I believe.
Oh,
Going to loot the library?
Why not?
I what? Matt,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We couldn't
eh,
get any further down, so this
mm,
is the best treasure that we got. So let's take the books on magic because those are the ones that are the most helpful, and
mhm.
let's abscond with them and go up.
As a 16-year-old boy in character, I grabbed the hentai.
Oh gosh, but it's like lizard stuff. Oh no.
We're in a different world. When in Rome.
What is this World Economic Forum crap?
he has not ever gotten any, so I don't think he's I don't think Scars really is.
Oh, there's a horrible phrase that I just thought
There's
of.
so many military jokes. If we were in the military, I would be making an entirely different slate of jokes. But I'm both recording this and putting this on YouTube, so I'm going to pretend to be a better person than I am. Um, and
Oh gosh.
friction-based humor will
Mm.
have to wait. Uh,
Bruce, weren't you the one
okay.
that went and reposted the interview with Chris Pratt where it's a German joke?
Yes, because it's a hideous German pun. Also, I'm a terrible Christian, but I didn't put that on YouTube. That's just my private failings for for my friends to know that I'm a schmuck.
But
And
I
not
just think it's
advertising.
hilarious. It's like and the one time.
The
Hey
one
Cookman,
time.
I typed out the joke for you in the chat. Right above loot the room. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, come on. The entire population of Afghanistan agrees with you.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're retreating back up top.
Yeah. We've looted the room. We'll
Okay,
go back.
so
Yeah.
you blue ball the dungeon crawl, and you're
We don't
back
feel
up
like
to the
dying.
top of Mount Phallus.
All right. And then
I guess
we
I
get
guess the other thing we could possibly do is float down to the bottom and see if there's invisible runes on the door at the foot of
yeah.
this thing and see if we can go in by that way
Hmm. So
because
we
we at least know where the Sphinx is, so we know how high
yeah.
how high up the spire it is.
Well, you have a rope ladder now.
Oh, we have a rope ladder.
Yeah, you can just climb down.
Oh, okay. Let's climb down then.
So we didn't order Ghost to fly us down on our
Magic carpet.
tent.
The tent is no more. It is now the doorways of the rooms for which all of the 16-year-old boys got privacy.
Ah,
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, rope ladder. As long as I don't
rope
actually
ladder
have
it
to
is.
use a climbing skill, I'm fine.
Sweet. We're not in combat, so we should be able to just climb down just fine.
You can
Yeah.
climb down just fine.
Sweet. Surprised nobody else is here.
Um, Christoph has a concert. Gabe has a concert. Ryan has fraternity obligations.
Got it.
Scarrett got run
Hmm.
over by the truck of adult responsibility.
Yep.
That truck is not a fun one. I've had many encounters with that truck.
Yeah, he's got a wife and 3 kids to provide for, so I'm giving him
That's
absolutely
true.
no crap about it. So
Hmm.
Right. For sure.
it's
All
kind of
right.
like,
Well,
go you, man, you the you.
Right.
Yep,
All right, so now you want to
absolutely.
see the invisible on the door.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see invisible on the door because we at least know that the other doors were word based in the sense of being able to, speak friend and enter kind of crap.
Okay.
While he's doing that, could I take the time to try to summon another lesser elemental?
You sure can.
Okay. Let's see if these dice will work.
I'm burning the ISP necessary to see the invisible again.
Oh, did not. Okay. What's that?
That did not work.
Nope. But I do have a new spell, and he is able to see the invisible. So I think it might be time for me to summon my flame friend. Woohoo!
Did you cast Flame Friend or did you summon? I was busy. You guys are making me improvise at high rates.
Oh, well, I mean, is that a bad thing?
No.
I
Cast.
don't have the ability to summon things. I can only summon a lesser elemental. I can't summon a flame friend.
No. There's a spell called Flame Friend that you can pick up at this level for your third spell.
I did. That's what I said. And now I will subtract the PPE. Nice. 32, 34, 107.
This is going to take me a little bit to set up.
That's okay. That's fine. I can work on prepping for tomorrow.
No, and by a little I mean 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
How long do you think it takes me to make up a gaming room? Come on.
Hey, I'm just, I'm not being, judgy or anything. I have to create thumbnails for tomorrow's service and all that junk.
See, I can do this shit and make it rhyme.
Interesting.
So then I'll have to cast a literacy roll. Let me get that fired up. Okay. Am I doing this at -10?
Oh yes.
Okay. So I have to roll below a 39.
Give me a
Crippen,
sec.
do you also have literacy for elvish?
Me, yes, I do.
You do?
What
Okay.
went wrong there?
But
Something's
I
wrong there.
can't actually see the invisible. I have to
You'd have to like redraw it in the ground.
I mean, I can do that. I have uh oh. Well, that means I have to actually make the roll. Okay. Let
Yes, you
me
do.
so I have to do it at 39. So, rolling. And that is a 33. 33 out of 39. Literacy elf
hmm?
success. Sweet.
It's okay. I'm still gonna put my handiwork up because I did this work in like
Okay. Hey,
you were all my witnesses.
okay. You're also recording it for posterity, so
And then you're already translating it?
Yeah, that was the
Yes,
literacy
yes,
check was
yes.
for. Got to get those skill checks in.
There you go. That is the riddle key to the front door.
The death of stars, the mood of graves, the garment of night, and the mouth of caves. Okay, so it's what are some of the things, like what do you call the mouth of a cave? Sometimes I'm thinking portal opening, but it has to also be synonymous with these other type of openings. The death of a star is collapse, supernova,
Black hole.
the mood of graves,
Dark.
darkness.
Hello,
Dark.
darkness, my old friend.
Do you say darkness to the door in archaic Elven? 10%
Yes,
penalty?
Oh, we actually need to roll that?
I need to roll the speech.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, it's an
50.
88% chance. So, but no, if you don't want the experience for the
I,
roll, you're
I
almost
do want
guaranteed to
that.
make.
I literally just
I won't
rolled.
need to hand that out to you.
I just rolled an 88. I literally just rolled an 88.
Okay. You tell the door darkness.
Woohoo.
The door says nothing.
Oh, Jeopardy! I forgot. What is darkness?
Yeah, what is darkness?
What is silence?
Okay. The mood of graves. Is it emptiness?
Nothing. Nothing.
I'll say nothing.
Oh,
Well,
by the way, who gave the door the wrong answer?
I guess that was me.
Okay, so you stepped up and you spoke to the door. You gave the wrong password, and a spark of lightning arcs out from the.
Oh my gosh. So I'm assuming I can't dodge unless I roll a nat 20.
Modified 24 or better.
Modified 24 or better. Okay, let's see. What would be dodge? Dodge is a plus 10. Looks like. Okay, let's see if I can dodge. That is a 16, so that's a modified 26.
Okay. There's a scorched line of earth 20 feet behind you takes 4 SDC from a low powered lightning bolt from the wrong password.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so we actually we have to get the correct one. Mm,
Makes me wish I had cryptography as a skill right now.
You know who does?
who? And somebody in our party does.
Mark the red.
No, he doesn't. I thought for sure that Dodger would.
Nope.
No, I just did a word search and I didn't find it.
Oh, none of you do. Okay.
Nope.
Gonna have to
Ribbon.
do this the old-fashioned way.
Ribbon has can get cryptic visions and dreams from her prayer communion. That's about it. Nope. Yeah. Gonna have to figure this out the hard way.
The mouth of caves. Again, I'm trying to think of synonymous words for the opening of a cave. The death of stars. I mean, it could be black hole.
Mhm.
Because I mean, it's just the garment of night also, and just wondering if that works with it. I'm also thinking that the word void. That might be too cryptic. You got any ideas there?
No, because I don't feel like getting hurt.
Oh man. Let the monk do it, just
Lord Demons and Monsters.
all right. Yeah, I'll try that. Lord Demons and Monsters.
96 was a definite no.
That's a 79. Definitely did not make that.
Never mind. The stork carrying the clue flies overhead.
Gosh darn it. Wait. Does
I
anybody
thought
else
it
in
was
our
supposed to be a clue bad, not a clue stork.
hold on. Who else in our group has Demons and Monsters?
Let us rate our companions for knowledge. Christoph.
Ryan has
does not.
Demons and Monsters at 51. I'll try rolling for him.
Woohoo!
All right. That is a 40. So he made it. 40 out of 51.
So our wizard figures it out.
The flame friend can speak, right?
Yes.
You can just use the flame
Wait.
friend.
Give me 1 second to actually. I know that the lesser elemental could speak. Its natural living state, 6 feet tall. No, it does not talk. It does not have the ability to talk, I don't believe. Dang.
Really?
Summon and command an essence fragment of a fire elemental. Will stay at the warlock side unless commanded to do otherwise, and can be used to help guard something or someone, create light, help out in battle, chase and burn up animated dead, and so on. It says under its natural abilities that it's able to see very well, doesn't fatigue, impervious to all those fun things, but doesn't say anything about talking.
Pity.
That is a pity.
I mean, at this point, it's either we abandon ship and and go about our merry way to try to find to get off this island or out of this dimension, assuming it.
Can my flame friend go up and start bashing on the door in the ruins?
That's not gonna work. I thought we already established that. Like, didn't the elemental that you summoned last time bash it against the door up top and it did nothing?
Hey.
I need an IQ check. Somebody roll under a 24.
Well,
With a D100.
The D20.
I got a 6. My IQ check was good.
I rolled a 7.
Not your IQ check, but Dodger has ventriloquism.
Oh.
Also, can Ghost give me a lore magic check?
I have lore magic as well. Would that help or not?
Yes, you can both make it.
81. No, definitely did not.
This is not your day for knowing things.
Nope.
Apparently.
That
He made one smart decision, and karma's coming back to hit him for it.
But hey, ventriloquism, yeah, that's a good idea.
it's also a level 1 wizard spell.
Ha! Nice.
So you really could let your flame friend take the hit for your wrong answers.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm all
Cool.
for that. Sorry,
Ventrilo-
friend.
Ghost gets 100 experience for his cleverness.
Nice.
All right, so it's going to be 2d6 every time you guys get it wrong.
Ugh.
Okay. So let's keep track of the things that we said here.
We've said darkness,
Yep.
and now we wanted to try. I guess black hole, because I don't know if the saying the word nothing will do much.
Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try and see what happens to our
All right,
wonderful
which one do you want to try
friend.
first? Nothing or black hole?
Um, nothing. Let's do nothing first.
All right, let's try nothing.
Okay.
Your flame
right.
friend takes 10 STC from a lightning bolt.
Okay. So nothing didn't work. So we have. So I'll create a note here of the things that we've said. We're gonna
Good
just
deal.
brute force it.
Yeah. Let's brute force it indeed.
How very adventurous of us.
Too bad he
We
doesn't
thought about
heal up.
thinking, but then we just decided to, do it the computer way.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so I guess we'll try black hole then.
Yes.
No sooner do you get the first word out of your mouth than the door clicks open.
Woohoo!
Oh, just black? Okay.
Black. Black, the
Okay.
death of stars. Black, the mood of graves. Black, the garment of night. And black, the mouth of caves.
Okay. Cool. So, hooray, it opened. And we only had to zap our elemental once.
I would ask about a light source, but you've got a fire elemental. We really
Yeah,
oughta-
and we have a door that's open to the outside world, so yeah. We should
What
be good on
could go
ventilation.
wrong?
What could go wrong? Many things, apparently. Goodness gracious. Well, all right, cool. We're in.
Yeah.
The door opens to reveal a hallway. I think we're gonna leave everybody else to just keep it simple.
Okay.
You guys are going in since you're here today, and Sir not here today is not coming in because that's just too much shit to worry about.
Sure. And as far as I'm concerned, they can keep the door open so that way we don't run out of oxygen.
All right.
They know the word to speak at it.
The flame friend should be available. You guys should be able to manipulate the flame friend now.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah. He's gonna be behind Badger. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
It's just mean.
The flame friend can light the way.
So there appear to be double doors leading east. The passageway appears to open, open up to the west.
That's got to be
Yep.
the cafeteria.
Ooh. Let's go
And
left.
there's, of course, doors in front.
And we're going left. We're going that way.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Nice,
All
nice.
right.
Flame Friend is around for 60 minutes, a full hour.
Sweet.
He is
We're
down
gonna
to
call it
50 hit
50
points
minutes.
and
Because we spent
50
10
minutes.
futzing with the door.
Gotcha. Down to 50 hit points and 10 out of CC. Woohoo!
Gosh, I'm gonna go straight for the room I was kind of hoping you guys were never gonna go to.
Oh, the treasure. Oh,
Alright.
the treasure room.
I didn't say that. Are you guys gonna open the door?
We can take a peek inside, I guess.
Well, these doors kind of slide aside. Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, they're
So
like
you're
they're
gonna,
like they're like they're like pocket doors or straight out of Star Trek or something.
yeah, because that's actually how you secure doors in solid stone structures, is you have them slide sideways. In that way, they can never be bashed in one direction or the other.
Hmm.
Okay.
There's no hinges to attack and no locks to pick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Went right for the room. The Bruce is like, darn it, no, don't go there. Which could mean
Um,
one of two things: we're all gonna die, or it's good stuff.
it's uh, I I've had to
Those
find
are.
immortal things to populate a dungeon that's been abandoned for since the Elf Dwarf War.
Oh.
Aren't there preservation runes or like stasis runes that would make it so that you could have stuff that wasn't immortal that could do the same thing?
There are things. There are things. So GM offers 2 fate points.
Oh no. Oh
Fate points.
Oh no.
Are you grabbing them
Okay.
or paying me 2 fate points?
I mean I only have 3, so what do you think, Coogan? Are we grabbing them?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. So I now have 5. We.
Me too.
Oh great. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I have a funny idea. I have a funny idea.
Is it that we're gonna die?
I had that we're gonna run because we just literally went around one corner. We're gonna run outside so that all of our friends can help fight these suckers.
Not done.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't have enough spirit strikes in me to be able to take them all on.
You don't need to though,
How do you mean?
because I could just cast Fiery Touch on you, and then you could go full monk on them.
What was that?
Nothing.
What was
Fiery
that?
Touch?
Oh no! Did you not see the giant thing that flashed on the screen there for a moment that was covered up mostly by the fog of war?
Yeah, I thought that was just my horror factor not working.
Nope, it was some sort of entity.
It looked like a cute bunny.
Something. And which means that if it's a cute thing, that means it's extra deadly.
Hmm.
Oh, come on. That's not necessarily true.
Are you going to tell me it's not true?
You do have this tendency to overcompensate with overly cute things that look innocent and will not just bite our face off, but literally chew on our bones.
And then have its way with the corpse after it's desecrated it.
I don't think we ever gotten that far in the descriptions. That'd be particularly sadistic, though.
Um,
Oh gosh. You gonna tell me there's sand on this floor too?
no, worse.
Okay. Oh great.
I was not ready for you guys to get to this room, so
Okay.
I need to call up certain things.
As I said, it was one of two things. Either it was really good stuff in here or it was really, really bad stuff. We're all gonna die kind of stuff. And it's definitely leaning towards we're all gonna die. Cookman, I assure you this will not be the last time that I listen to you in regards to what room we should go to first.
Okay, so for a moment,
Mhm.
oh geez,
What?
20 minimum, 2d6. So we're gonna default to 723. Well, this actually has to do with somebody's browsing choices. 65%.
Oh no. Oh no, did Cookman stealing the hentai mean that it changed our fate?
No, it was just foreshadowing.
Oh gosh, no. No. No.
I promise
Eh,
I did not coordinate this in any way, shape, or form.
D100 hormones. Oh no.
On a plinth, with various runes and gemstones stuck around that leads up. It's like a little mini ziggurat in a room.
Wow.
That the plinth alone is illuminated are the two most attractive humanoid forms you've ever encountered in your adolescent lives, writhing together with absolutely no clothes on in the most distracting manner you've
No.
ever. You didn't even imagine these positions were possible, but you're considering offering body parts to participate.
Ooh.
Like you don't need both. You don't need both kidneys. Please let me in. Um,
Oh my gosh, that's a different kind of save against horror factor.
awe factor actually.
Right, awe factor.
Like so let me call that back up again. I wasn't really planning on you guys getting this far today.
So wait, are you telling me this entire thing is literally just one giant fertility idol?
That's not an idol. They're not
No, no,
statues.
no, 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 no.
They're
I'm talking the actual structure itself.
There's some themes.
That's putting it lightly.
It's PG-13
Wow.
show. PG-13 show. Yep.
Yeah, with
Um
plenty of suggestive content. And
This is like
I
80s
I've actually
PG-13.
studied paganism, and it usually revolves around three things. And the stars aren't out tonight, so it's not about stargazing, which means there's death and then there's boinking.
And the
So
third thing is
you have
trade
discovered the
unions.
room of boinking.
Oh gosh, no, no. Can we back
At
up really
least
quietly and walk
in the
away from
room
here
in
too?
which things are boinking. Oh, sure. Prowl, as the 6 foot tall living flame in front of you might not attract their attention.
I mean, like if they attack him and him alone, then we can we can hightail it out of here. He's only around for another 50 minutes anyway. You know. Oh, if I even had
Um,
prowl as a skill, which I don't.
you don't have prowl as a skill, which kind of answers the prowl check.
I mean, I could
So
run
we're
away
gonna do a
Scooby Doo
save
Scooby
versus
Doo.
horror factor. It's the exact same thing as a save versus horror factor, but this is two adolescent male brains keeping it together long enough to do more than ruin their loincloths at the site in front of them, which would
Lord
also
have
cause
mercy.
them to lose initiative and attack. So it's identical for as game mechanics, just opposite limbic system.
Right.
Target is 12. Save versus horror factor.
Modified 19.
I didn't catch the last part. What was the goal?
12.
Oh, that's a 3 plus. No, I did not make it. Please
Oh,
plus 5.
I have to
That's
drag
an
you
8.
out. No, don't look. Don't look.
He can't actually resist you dragging him out due to the involuntary muscle contractions involved. So, yeah.
Woohoo!
I'm just gonna drag him. Just come with
Just
me.
do-
No. Run. run, drag.
Right. So he's
Bad
temporarily
touch.
not capable of speech, as one becomes.
All right.
Check in 8 seconds, and he'll be back with you. And so you leave your flame friend at the tender mercies of and drag the inarticulate warlock out of the dungeon. The whole party sees Scar in the most embarrassing possible moment of all biological reality. And the looks and the laughter and also the what the hell is going on.
My hentai.
I am working really hard on keeping this PG as a description, but we have
Are my hentai books sticking out? Can everybody see 'em?
we have fully entered raunchy comedy standard raunchy comedy joke. So
this it's the Castle Anthrax from Monty Python.
okay, so the involuntary physiological reactions allow Scar to think and move again. Now what?
Run away from here now.
Wait, are the bad guys coming out?
No.
Can I call back my flame friend?
Tell him to shut the door while he's at it.
You're gonna lock him in, or you're gonna?
No, he tell him to lock the door as he comes back out of there.
Okay.
if they don't come after us, we could technically explore the rest of this place. just don't go in that room. Do whatever you do. Don't go in there.
Okay. Make prowl rolls. I mean,
I can't make any. I don't have it.
it's not a video game. That was not nothing.
All right, so then we're just gonna just abandon fertility idol the structure.
I have prowl.
So the warrior monk thinks that it's a wonderful idea to flee temptation and leave this dungeon for somebody else.
Can we burn it? Can we burn this?
It's stone. It's stone.
It only burns if you're in a really bad Star Wars fanfic.
and so Lord Demons and Monsters.
All right, you can try that.
36. I got mine. Holy smokes! I actually rolled something.
I'll try. That's a 20. Ooh.
Are you gonna suggest that I could send my flame friend in there to have him solo this dungeon?
I don't think he'd live very long. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are demons. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
They're specifically PPE vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And as adolescent males, you guys have elevated PPE levels in addition to elevated other things.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just rang the dinner bell.
So I don't think if you're gonna run, it had better be an impressive evacuation because you are what they eat, and they're going to enjoy every second of eating it, and you won't have any choice but enjoying it too.
Well, can we say to the front door? Can we say white?
I mean, it might.
Pretty sure they know they know how to open the door where they live.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because they're still in there.
Well, they were
in the middle
distracted.
of something.
For how long?
During that, why are you gonna go time them? I mean,
no. I noticed the lack of depiction of the succubus and incubus in the in the Palladium book.
Yes, and I went specifically for headshots.
Yeah. No, I find that funny, and also at the same time we got to boogie. Holy
I'm not doing this
shnipe.
dungeon to be prurient. That's not my goal. It's just kind of like after it became established that this mountain looks like a giant phallus, what would I populate it with? Like,
Mm.
they're not incredibly powerful fighters. Like, you could probably take them, assuming you make
Of
the
course.
critical saves versus magic and
Okay.
throw
Yeah.
yourselves naked at their feet to be used and eaten, begging them for
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, no. Also at the same time we have what? How many undead, things right there that we'd have to kill on top of not
Less
getting
than that, they ran screaming away from horror factor. Open Flame has a horror factor for mummies,
Oh, they ran.
and they fled the flame friend. Like,
Oh, that's
mummies
awesome.
can't scream, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
That's awesome. I still don't want to literally F with these demons.
Right. Can we run away?
That's what I vote for. But Bruce also said that would have to be a pretty spectacular running away.
Yeah, we're talking like to escape them. You're probably going to need to be in a different geographical location.
How fast can we climb back up the ladder and fabricate ourselves a magic carpet again?
Yeah.
That's the only way I think we'd actually be able to run, because the terrain itself will. I mean, we're what, rolling encounter rolls every half hour at that point, like, and magic carpet is the only
Well,
way I can think of getting out of here.
the dinosaurs in the jungle will just eat you, and those things will eat
Yes,
you and then eat you. And so, you're eaten either
right.
way. So,
Yeah.
magic carpet ride elsewhere is not out of look. And hey, look, you have a flame friend.
Yes, we do have a flame
Yeah.
friend.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's what my vote is. Fabricate magic carpet out of there.
I would like to do that too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think
And
Flame Friend will be able to, be on said magic carpet.
Okay,
I don't know that.
the GM kisses all 8 stories of the of this dungeon crawl that he had ready goodbye, and you guys go elsewhere, which, as kinetically hypercharged versions, is probably the wisest possible move you could have made.
Yes.
Woohoo!
I
Bonus
mean,
XP for avoiding unnecessary violence and other
And good
and other
judgments.
things.
judgment.
You need at least a bath, Mr. Soiled Undies.
Yeah, but
As I said,
how do I clean the hentai books I had on me?
you carry
I don't,
them
I,
in with you.
I don't think the eruption was that damaging. Unless you were carrying the hentai books in your loincloth, they're probably safe.
I mean, my character is 16, so
What do you think this is? A
Yeah,
point and
but
click
you
adventure
read
game?
them. You don't. Anyway. The books themselves are inert, so there's nothing to be gained by. Ah, so, so I need some kind of construction roll to make yet another. For all intents and purposes, you guys are like making a wicker like a wicker platform.
Yeah.
So
Would that count under general repair maybe?
general repair is totally acceptable to make
Okay.
yourself a wicker evacuation device out of all of
Yeah.
your little cabins.
I want to.
I'm gonna roll. I'm
65%,
rolling general
36.
repair.
Yeah,
Got
it'll
it.
give you something useful to do with your hands.
51 out of 54.
Something
room. There
constructive
was
to
one
demand.
room with that theme in the dungeon, and you had to walk into the one room where that was the
Yeah.
theme.
It was
Murphy's Law.
convenient.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. You couldn't have turned right to where all the bat things are waiting to eat your faces. No. You had to go segue right into NC-17. Why? Because you're 16 years old. Of course you
You're the
did.
one. I mean, it's not like we're the ones that designed the dungeon.
Right.
The dungeon, Mount Phallus had to be built by somebody.
But we didn't know if
the
it was still
storyteller's like,
occupied.
who would build this? What would
Well,
they be
one,
like?
yeah,
You know,
I don't know, Freemasons.
What?
Mormonism.
No, also
That would
Mormonism is
make
all.
sense.
Yeah, since Mormonism is Freemasonry light.
Everything Shinto.
It's Mount Tanuki.
Well, moving right along. Okay. So noonish, you have. Well, you're gonna have to go quickly. So you guys are throwing. You're like taking tents and throwing them over sideways and quickly lashing them together. Because you need to get out of here fast while you still want to.
Get
Yep.
out.
More than twice, somebody had to pull Dodger back away from the rope ladder.
Oh my gosh. We're taking that rope ladder with us. We're taking rope. We need rope.
Okay.
We are looting this place. And like,
No, you're not. You're deciding most vociferously to not loot the place.
I mean,
We
we're
took
looting
some.
in the rooms that we can go into and not have a physiological reaction to, knee-jerk reaction to what we see. We are literally bringing everything with us. Yes.
Okay. So the party starts at the tip of Mount Phallus, and
Any direction but here.
you've had time to scout out the valley, from your elevated perch.
Okay. I gotta zoom way in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm at about 250 to. But it's not
Yeah.
because the valley is small. If you want to take the little
Right.
measurement thing and
Oh yeah. No,
and
we know
check.
it's big. It's big. Okay, so problem with we're gonna need some source of water. I'm guessing the tributaries leading from the mountains would probably be the safer of the areas to go to, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to end up in the deep forest because velociraptors.
Yeah.
So we'll still need a source of food. We'll still need water to drink. So if we head for the hills, that at least would probably be more defensible.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know, somewhere like here around this area.
Lore magic.
Lore magic. Interesting.
Lore magic.
We're looking to try to find a nexus or something. My fail.
I don't
Ghost
have.
can try.
Yeah, I don't have lore magic.
Go gadget wizard. Bum, bum. Should I roll for him? I
I'm
didn't
not
roll.
going to.
If I were to roll wilderness survival, would that give me insight as to where best to go?
No.
Okay,
56. Yeah, he made it.
cool.
Okay. The very elevated potential paranormal energy levels that make all of you so alluring to things that eat things with PPE, like say the male and female down there, also makes your non-casters potential fuel sources for your flying lean-to.
Yeah.
For your wicker. Goodness
Ricka,
gracious.
Ricka, Ricka, wicked.
Wicker,
Wicked.
wicker, what? No, the wicker conveyance, the platform.
Well, let's hold on to our Spirit Striker. That would be nice. Kristoff does have his.
Kristoff also needs his
The
because
the Demon
he's
Death
got Demon Death
Blow.
Blow.
Rodney, on the other hand, knows squat about magic. He does have some psionics, so I'll hand him that. But he has 52 PPE that could definitely be utilized.
Mm-hmm.
At 15 per casting, that means he can fuel you guys for. Is Ghost still level 1?
Level 2.
Okay, so flight 197. 6 minutes per level, so 12 minutes. So yeah, about 8 miles. You get about 8 miles per casting over the jungle at 35 miles an hour, which is compared to on foot through jungle terrain at 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely traveling a lot faster via, magic wicker basket.
Oh, he can cast Mend Cloth. What are we thinking? He can literally fix the tent. We didn't have to do the roll.
I mean,
But
okay. I mean,
Mend cloth
basically this.
doesn't alter the cloth.
it doesn't, like, if we're trying to put it together, it won't sew it together. No.
It won't turn your tent into a magic carpet. No.
Oh,
We
gotcha, gotcha.
made the right rolls.
The GM asked you for the correct things. So 12 minutes a cast, that's 5 castings an hour to get 35 miles. So 30 every 35 miles costs you 75 PPE total.
Golly dang.
Dude.
Yeah.
Alternatives.
No. I have no alternatives. Like, this is the best plan I could come up with.
So just you guys have to mark off your PPE sources.
All right, who is? Because I need, obviously, as stated earlier.
Okay,
I need
so
Spirit Striker.
Yuri, I was still looking at the spell fly. And then there's Dodger. Has 35. And he doesn't use his because he just has psychic powers. And then we have Scarrett's Daryl. Excuse me. He's a ranger. He also has psionics, but he doesn't need his PPE for anything. He has 41 PPE.
Nice.
So that's 90, 128.
You have 128.
Yep, there's 128.
So that's 8 castings.
That'll get us a ways.
Yeah, definitely. Guard, Badger, and
Okay. I
myself.
actually don't know how long this has been
Yeah.
paused, but the recording got
Oh.
paused.
What?
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, so to quickly recap,
Nah.
let me go to a quick recap because we had technical difficulties. You have fled the finger on the continent map. You have moved, oh gosh, all the way up to 250 zoom. Using the PPE of the non-magic users, they have fled the ruins of the finger, and we have traveled about 85 miles now and discovered the ruins of a city at the edge of 2 major river systems, right at the juncture. And it looks a lot like the old ruins of Angkor, completely overgrown, etc. And the party has landed and landed and is preparing to investigate. Since investigating the rest of Mount Phallus probably would involve them getting eaten and then eaten by the incubus and succubus they discovered there. Hence, if you missed that part, that's where we're at. So sorry about the pause. Don't know how much time we lost. I'll find out. It shouldn't have been more than half an hour. Goodness gracious.
And this break in the action is brought to you by White Court Vampires. They,
Maybe
they eat a
wish.
different kind of you.
Oh gosh.
Also, we have managed to reach peak social embarrassment for Scar.
Oh.
Well, I think as a 16-year-old boy, that would be a scarred, if not scarred for life, at least nicknamed till you graduate kind of experience.
He has no social skills. He doesn't care.
That is a fair point. Um,
Oh. Oh no.
that's not the reason I'm googling the image, googling tent.
Badger mutters to himself about like pitching tents for a living.
But you guys fly around in a tent, not having one. So there,
It's
home
just
base is now established.
it's a Boy
It-
Scout joke.
is it is it mentally ill to hide smut in your pants? I don't know.
You don't have pants. You have a loincloth.
You don't have pants. You didn't have any pockets, and anyway.
Oh, man. Lord of the Flies meet Lord of the Smut.
Well, if those boys had been 1 or 2 years older, that would have been an even more hideous nightmare of a scenario.
Yeah. Ooh.
This island is run by 7th graders. Oh no, please. All right. Moving rapidly along. You guys are going to go somewhere and explore?
Yeah,
That was the idea.
absolutely.
How are you? But and I've pointed out that Flame Friend was probably not a great idea since he's just going to burn the city down.
I think it's a bad idea to bring Flame Friend around, and I understand the logic of having him, pop up and everything, but at the same time, it's like, yeah. Not only that, but if there are inhabitants and we do burn down their town, they will come out and they will try to murder us.
That is a great point. Flame
Hey,
friend, pretend.
I'm all kinds of entertained at the idea of Kickman cooking off a dino stampede aimed right for all of you.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's some Jumanji crap.
Like I said, I'm okay with it.
Hey, do you think if we shout the appropriate political slogans, they'll leave us okay? Leave us alone, though.
Mm,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I bought this Tesla 5 years ago.
Oh man.
I want to keep my flame friend.
You can always recall him when you want, but it's one of those things where, in our current predicament, it's ill-advised.
All right, I'll tell him to stay with the party and guard them.
And not to light the town on fire.
Don't light anything on fire. Guard
Don't touch.
them and attack anything that approaches the tent that's not its current inhabitants or myself, the Badger.
Okay.
This is Badger.
IFF has been programmed.
All right. So you set Flame Friend to guard the tent, which means you have an hour to explore.
Cool.
I mean, we have more than an hour, but without our flame friend. So, can I prowl ahead?
I don't know. Can you prowl?
I
Prowl
can't.
time.
So
I know you can't prowl, so I will prowl away from you. I will be the scout to the group. I got a 27.
scouting in his his posing pouch.
Woohoo! And I will go up here. Hey, diddle diddle, straight up the Y is a third of my PP gone middle.
Didn't wasn't that because you summoned Flame Friend?
What?
You summoned a
This
Flame
Yes,
Friend.
I've summoned two of them. One before and one just now, and that's why I'm down a third of my PP.
Yeah,
32,
that's you asked a
34.
question. I was giving you the logical answer.
Oh. Rhetorical questions, my friends.
Unclear over chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I not see anything?
You see the start of some ruins.
Okay.
And oh, that's unfortunate. I gotta fix that. Okay. So on the other side, there is a pool of dark blue water. Uh, eating in front of it appears to be a small family of wild boars.
Hey, that's dinner.
They're not a monster, are they?
Or wild boars.
Wild boars are always monsters, but not in the monster sense, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
We probably are pretty hungry too.
Well,
Hmm.
wild boars are notorious for goring people to death.
True.
Yeah, they're the things
True.
that hunts
True.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. How do I murder these in the best fashion?
Probably at a
Hmm.
distance.
Okay.
I would imagine that since there's wild boar that's here right now, that most likely means that there's not velociraptors nearby that would also eat them. Possibly.
Nice. Um.
Unless
All
Bruce
right.
is setting up for.
That's an
Unless Bruce.
excellent question. You did fly to a new location. Encounter roll.
Cook when I did
Oh,
the last one.
I will roll that.
Hey, that's not an encounter.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Scared I was gonna drop a bomb on us.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Nope. Definitely more of those to come too. Just not this time. All right. Can I move around the boars?
But if you go any further, you will be out of cover and they'll see you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back and grab Badger,
All right.
and then go back up here.
I have a pointed stick.
That you do. It's not a boar spear, but that's okay. Can we murder them?
You could try.
Like,
Woohoo!
how beefy are these boars, and how many of them are there?
Looks like 3.
3. Oh boy. Well, I'm willing to bet if you use fire, could probably do some good damage.
How far are they away from each other? Oh,
5 feet.
they're really close. That's interesting.
If only we had somebody here that could cast Cloud of Slumber on them.
That's true. Cloud of Slumber would be really nice, but I also can cast a nice, easy 1 PP spell called Blinding Flash that could very much
Oh,
do a lot of damage to them.
that'd be great for initiative.
Yes, it would.
A hunting we will go. And I don't have enough time to do any kind of trap animal kind of thing, because that's one of my
You
skills.
can roll
but
track and trap animals.
I'll try
Ooh.
I'll try trap animals. Let's see. I have it at 39. Hopefully I roll low enough. Come on. What did I say it was at? 39, and that's a 36.
All
36.
3 of the boars in front of you are male.
Haha!
Which means you haven't found the females and the young.
That is true. So they might be nearby.
Nice, nice. How about we just murder them and then move on to the other ones? Good point!
Well,
I say
I
to
mean, if we
myself as I cast Blinding Flash.
Okay, what's the radius on that?
On the middle board, that is, it can be cast up to 60 feet away and has a 10-foot radius. I cast on the middle boar, and kaboom. Look at them. They're all blinded.
Spell strength?
Spell strength is 13.
2 of them are blinded.
And the other one loses initiative.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
It
you save,
says
you save.
those who successfully save versus magic are not blinded, but lose initiative. It is interesting how that still works.
Okay.
And I wrote it in the book.
You have blinded your 3 boars.
Okay. And now we just roll
So
initiative between the 2 of us just to figure out which one of us goes first.
No, he goes first. You go second because he just.
Oh, I go. He just goed. Okay.
Yep.
I only really have the ability to run up on something and start striking it in the face with my spear. So I guess hello,
Murder
Mr.
them before
Boar.
the end of the round because they are only blind for a round.
I got 4 attacks. So
Nice.
I will roll to see what I can do. Let's see. That's to strike with the
Negative.
spear. So that's a modified 15.
Okay, he can't see you coming, so you hit.
Okay, 15.
Ooh, is that a death blow?
I don't even know if I have that as an ability.
Did he even say power strike? I don't think he
I
did.
didn't. I didn't even say power strike because I made a stupid goof. So it's just
No.
heck are 2d6 plus 6. That's why did I put -6? I said plus. Damn you!
Wow, it sounds like you really don't want to be doing any damage.
I
Oh, Bruce, the third one is okay. Yep.
15 to damage to that guy.
Okay.
Oh.
The pig squeals in outrage, and the third one charges you in
Oh
Biggie
boy.
Piggy Fury.
Yeah. So this is where I can parry.
Area 9.
I can parry a 9. I also rolled a 9, but I have an 11 to parry with my spear. So that's a 6 actually. So that's a 17. 17 to parry. So I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Scar's attack.
Ooh. Um, I would like to cast mini fireballs. Fireballs. And I'm gonna
Even if I
the
had
non-blind boar.
even if I had declared power strike, it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't roll high
Oh,
enough.
yeah. That's an 18 that you have to roll to defend against that. That is going to be good for 4 rounds. Da, da, da.
Okay. So you'll be able
That's
to shoot
good stuff.
fireballs out of your hands for 4 rounds.
Hot dang.
Yep. At 3d6 per at the rate of my um, hand to hand, which actually just went up by 1. So it's going to be three attacks per round after this. Nice. So does he roll for the dodge for
Which
the non-blind boar?
he will make his roll. Not one. Nope.
Oh,
You hit.
nice. 12 damage.
Okay. Something's weird because you've both hit that boar with your full strength and you haven't given it any visible wounds.
Oh
Interesting.
no. Oh no.
So magic doesn't even do anything.
Oh no, you hit it. You did your damage, but it's still in STC land.
Wow.
Are these fake
Demon
projections
boars.
of a I don't know of boars literally used to entice people to try to do stuff like this as some sort of trap? Is this just a very very powerful illusion?
Um, Interesting. You should ask that.
It's an illusion, isn't it? This is a trap.
Not necessarily. The two blind boars both try to gore Badger where he stands, squealing in piggy outrage.
But yeah, they're not doing a very good job of it.
No, they both naturally
Oh,
miss, so you don't actually have to do anything.
No, I'm
you
not
can
gonna do
actually
anything.
simultaneously attack them though.
I could. Well, the problem
And,
is, do I want to spread out my attacks, or do I want to focus on the one that I've already hit?
well, you hit the first one and that one did whip at you, I thought.
I accidentally hit Badger's numbers trying to do something else, so Badger should fix his numbers for his
I will
icon.
fix my numbers. Give me a moment.
Oopsie, sorry.
Oopsie doopsie. What do I have? Numbers wise. Oh my. These are wonky.
Yes. Pay no attention to the numbers.
Okay, I need to fix these.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hit points,
Top.
SCC, magic.
Okay, hit points is I have 26 out of 26 at the current time. I have PPE SDC at 90 out of 90. And then PPE 70 out of, I have 55 out of 70. Okay. My numbers are good.
Nice.
You have 55 hit points? Oh, you're using red
Mm.
for STC.
Let me look at it again. Oh, no. I if red is hit points, then I have
26, 85,
26.
55. 26, 85, 66.
66? Okay,
66.
I got him fixed.
Yep.
Kind
Good,
of.
good, good. Oh, it's a 55.
55?
Thought that it's at 66, but apparently I was wrong. It's a 55. Yeah, it's
Right. So he's got 26 hit points. How much STC again?
My
85.
STC,
85.
I have 80.
Okay.
I have 85 ST. Oh, all right. I'm just gonna stop
And
touching
55
buttons.
PPE. There we go. He's
Yeah.
good.
Yep, yep, yep. Lines up. So, I thought that your first one, you came up and you attacked this blind boar.
I did.
You
I did
did.
attack the. I did.
Okay. And I attacked that one.
Oh, okay.
So, nothings. Interesting.
No. That's you did 12 points. So he's down to 28 STC.
Okay.
It's Badger's turn.
All right.
Oh, Badger!
I'll declare a power strike. Da, da, da. And against that same pig that I tried to stick before. Although I'm beginning to
Nice.
wonder if this will be a futile effort. Let's see, and that's spear strike is +7, and I rolled an 11, so that's a modified 18, which means I do indeed get the power strike.
Okay. The boar falls over dead.
What? What?
Hmm?
I'm not even rolling damage or anything. I'm literally just he's just
You can roll your
okay.
damage. He falls over, but
I mean,
yeah.
there's no I'm not gonna roll damage if there's no point. Interesting. Is there blood, gore, and viscera, or is he just like
Well, you must have. So that was what 3d6.
yeah, 3d6 + 6, yeah. And like I'm actually hitting the thing. It's not like my spear is just going through him like a hologram or anything. It's actually, just I got actual stuck it in him somewhere.
Looks like it. There must have, you hit him over the head and just the right spot, and he falls over dead.
Okay, traumatic brain injury for the pig. It is interesting. Okay, that's 2 of 4 attacks.
All right.
I'm very suspicious.
Oh yeah.
The other pigs go to run away.
It knows where it's going.
Well,
The
one
one,
of
the
them
one
is
does.
They're probably following the squealing of the other. They've gone back to find King Pig.
And that's about as far as they make it before they both flop over dead too.
Oh boy.
Well, that's weird.
Well, I have a.
And yeah, that's weird.
All right, whatever we do, don't drink the water. Because they were all drinking out of that pool in the middle and they all just died. So that's my theory.
As a doctor, can I go up and examine this one to see what the cause of death was?
Certainly can.
Please do.
And what do my abundance of medical skills tell me?
Guess you gotta probably roll it, don't you?
I don't roll anything unless I'm told.
No, you can roll. Animal husbandry would be the skill if you have it. Otherwise, you can do medical doctor, say 10% penalty.
All right.
I'm
And
also thinking that it might not be a good idea to cut the pigs up and cook them, depending on what killed them.
animal husbandry was a yes. MD was a fail. Does medical doctor go up with my my level, or was that?
This is probably what you think a
Because
T-Rex
it looks like it's
sounds
frozen
like.
for some reason. 30,
How can I get this
20, 5. Okay. I need to.
Okay. They seem perfectly dead to you.
My character looks over at Scar. I don't like it here.
Do either of you
Just-
have a sixth sense?
No.
Nope.
Okay. There's a sound like a tuba getting shanked in front of a loudspeaker off in the distance, and a flock of pteranodons flies up into the Flies up into the middle distance, like a mile away.
Oh no.
You guys make a save versus magic. Save versus poison. Your target is an 8+.
Save versus poison. Modified 20.
Poison is D20. I rolled a nat 18 plus 1 is 19.
Okay, you're fine.
Just literally being in this area is causing us poison? What?
No.
Did we just get shot with poisonous darts?
No. It the sound of the murdered tuba made all the hair on your body stand up.
Let's go back to the tent. And let's get the fire elemental to set fire to this whole town and then we'll leave.
It is immune to poison.
Let's just get him to set fire to everything and get out of here.
Alright. Yes, alright, we retreat.
Let's
Go
go.
Go forth, my friend.
Why are
Burn
you guys running
everything in
away
sight.
from
Burn
a
everything in sight.
sound miles away?
Because
I don't like this.
Nope. Just burn it all. Burn it all down.
What exactly are you expecting? What are you waiting to get
Oh.
to? Like
Oh,
the tree fort from Hill Swiss Family Robinson already made for you? I mean, you're gonna have to start adventuring at some point.
I bring the boar back, by the way. I want to cook it.
You bring the boar back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
We're getting
I
poisoned. We don't know how.
yeah. But I'm gonna ask if there's any way for him to go and see if there's any poison or anything in the boar. If the boar is safe to eat, or if you can cleanse it.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the wizard if he has a spell for
Ghost.
that.
Okay. Roll ghost lore magic. You roll lore magic, and then ghost can roll as well.
Nice. 50 on the dot. That means it's a yes for me. Woo!
I'm gonna have to require some role playing.
Okay. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And then going over to Ghost and stage whispering, can you make sure it's not poisoned?
Also, there's something charging at us in the woods.
Shush.
You didn't hear a charge. You just heard a distant murdered tuba. And the sound of the distant murdered tuba is now in the Isekai game thread.
Interesting.
It just seems like the precursor to something moving towards us.
Well, player knowledge, you should click on the real T-Rex sounds. Character knowledge, murdered tuba.
We need to find higher ground. We need to find much higher ground.
Well, you're definitely racking up experience for avoiding combats.
Yeah, and causing forest fires. So he can make this meat edible, right? Safe to eat.
He doesn't detect any poison in it.
Nice. Cool. In that case, definitely go and chop it up and fry it and take in the scenic forest fire.
Yeah, because the smell of cooking meat won't attract whatever the broken tuba sound is.
Murder. Murder.
Brian's like, "Did you say T-Rex?" And I said, "Well, I said you hear the sound of a tuba being murdered in front of some loudspeakers, but the broken tuba
Yes.
sound is from the track above." Yep. Funny you should. Good thing I'm not there. Funny you should say that. So you just sent him to start a forest fire to distract while you guys run away?
But that's what I would. Yes,
Oh yeah.
I'm
To cut off
totally
whoever
okay
it is
with that.
You're
to
going to burn
deal with
down Anchor Wat. Okay.
and
It's a
find
good.
that murdered tuba.
It's a good distraction.
They'd never expect that from a fire warlock.
We are just the
Here we are,
menaces of this of everyone here now.
Yep. Exactly. Whew. Thank goodness that didn't take a full hour.
Right.
That's just got to be like a kid in a candy store kind of moment for a fire elemental, just being like, "Ooh,
Go to town. Literally.
go to town and buy yourself some fire."
I'm going to keep listening to real T-Rex sounds. Now that it makes the character, it's a character repellent.
Look,
That's
we're
right.
literally.
That does sound like a tuba being murdered.
Here's the deal. We are literally in loincloth and soft leather armor. That's the most we have. If you think that we're like, yes, throw a T-Rex at us, you're wrong.
Well, you won't be just in loincloths if you can kill a T-Rex.
Would you like to kill an actual dragon?
No, you want a
Yes.
dragon?
No.
No.
No. Because the thing is that based on what I've seen, I've seen some artistic depictions of T-Rexes with like their little arms and going, weird. The bones in like that and those little arms looked an awful lot like, I don't know, the kind of bones you'd see in wings.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's effectively a dragon. So no, thank you. I'm good.
So you're going to butcher the pig before you fly away on your wicker carpet?
It's probably
I mean,
the
field
best.
dressing it is not time consuming. It just takes a couple minutes and then we're
Yeah.
off.
There's a
Enough
problem.
time to what problem?
Well, there's a number of problems. Which one do you want? Which one do you want?
Are they the Velociraptors?
No,
Is it the T-Rex?
no,
Is it the forest
Is it?
fire?
no.
Is there a weight limit to our spell or something? We can't bring the whole boar?
Actually, I think there is a weight limit to that spell, but no.
Okay,
We're
well,
not out of PPE, so we can still fly.
yeah. What are these problems you speak of?
Is it the natives that are coming to kill us for trying to burn down burn down the town?
Define native.
The inhabitants of this particular town.
Well, in some uses of that word, sure.
Okay. Well, it takes a little while for forest fires to propagate, and I would say that that's more than enough time for us to pull the insides of this thing to the
Oh boy,
outside.
what is that?
Oh,
What is that?
Um, I don't know. Do you know?
I mean, I can roll lore, demons, and monsters.
yes,
Probably should
yes.
roll demons and monsters.
Yeah,
I got a 15. I
that's what I'm
got
gonna
that
roll.
one.
You got it.
That's for
I
sure.
didn't get it. I got an 8. No, well,
So the puck that was impersonating a wild boar stops impersonating a wild boar, and it stands up right before you can cut its throat, and it's got your knife in its hands.
uh, no.
Those of you who made that roll, that's page 73 in Demons in Monsters and Animals.
Can I spirit strike it?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a save versus horror factor, guys. Your target is 10.
Okay, horror factor save. I rolled a 19, and I have, yeah, I'm good.
I rolled a nat 16, so.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Nice.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
That's a nat one.
Dang it. Nat 20s. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
The puck,
Dang.
cackling, runs fleeing off into the forest, taking your stone knife with it.
Sorry,
Freaking
Cookman. That
fairies.
sucks. That really sucks.
How fast is this thing?
He's
Oh,
gone.
you want to chase him into the forest fire?
No. Do that.
Hmm. Well, time to cross a stone knife off my inventory list, apparently.
Sorry, dude. That stinks.
Freaking fairies.
Oh yeah, totally horrible. My Egyptian dagger, which is half the weight, totally doesn't make up for it. What am I gonna do with my life?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to leave the flame friend to continue to burn down the ancient city and go flying about your way. With what fuel?
I got some PPE to burn. We can get across the river, at least
You
the
guys
large
kill
part.
me, by the way. That's like the third adventure option I've slapped together today so far that you guys have been like, yoink! We went away. Make us another scenario setting, bitches.
Well, I mean, the thing is that there's only the two
You
of us here tonight.
people make me wish I believed in rails.
Well, on rail shouldn't look like a high schooler trying to fight John Cena. So
Oh no,
it's just
no! It looks like a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch models in loincloths running away from Jurassic World.
okay.
You know, the thing is that
That's a compliment. I'll take that.
as teenagers, like in like who have seen Jurassic Park and stuff like that, they know just how fleeting loincloths can be in the face of dinosaurs.
And how fleeting stone knives can be in the face of fairies. Yeah,
Yeah,
seen it
it's one of those.
firsthand.
It's like let's realistically try to gauge what our abilities are versus what our opponents are.
Hey,
And what we're
you
willing to lose,
tell
yes.
me how much fuel you're spending and which direction you're heading, and I won't
Okay.
judge
What do you think,
beyond the
Cookman?
expression on my face.
Well,
Over
I
here.
think Ghost is totally willing, since he probably freaked out and peed himself on that situation, to probably use a lot of his magical power to get us very far away.
Okay, you
uh,
think Ghost is willing to well, we can put that question to Ryan.
we could, or since he's not actually here, we could just say that he powers the next hour's worth of flying. Should probably roll for Ryan's. Here we go. D20. Does he have anything to save against horror factor?
I'm asking him
Plus
right
one.
now in Discord. How much of ghost magical energy would he dedicate to fleeing a T-Rex in a magic
Oh
carpet
yeah,
made of wicker
he
tents?
he totally peed himself on that one. 100%. We saved him. Absolutely.
I was made a horror factor 4. Yeah, okay. So interesting thing is the people who saved the horror failed the horror factor, we'll call it say like Yuri and Ghost, is when you caught up to them, they're both drenched in they're both like noticeably sweating.
Oh,
What? Oh no!
is there
Did they get
something?
poisoned? Are they poisoned?
Medical doctor.
No,
Higher percentage, the
Hey,
diagnose.
no, nope.
Okay, intern.
jeez.
Not intern. It would be medical student.
Resident.
First aid won't really do much. That's not the place to use first aid.
No, first aid won't get this one.
No. Crap.
Holistic
Okay.
medicine, would that do anything for no?
Holistic medicine by half. This one really is kind of an
Oh,
actual science thing.
all right. Well, I got an 18, and that'd be out of 25, so I actually do get that. Wow,
Nice.
that'd be weird that
Um,
I got on one and not the other one.
the power of a lion's roar, or the you know it's from the holistic medicine point, it was the power of fear in a tiger's roar. None can hear it and fail to fear for their lives.
They're literally frightened witless right now.
No, the roar. Okay, so Ryan will dedicate 75% of his PPE to fleeing.
Nice.
Yay! That's what I want to hear.
I don't know how much that is, but that's probably gonna get you. That'll probably get you pretty far.
It's like 120. Would that make it about 90? So that'd be. Ooh,
6 castings.
that is 6 castings. So that's just over an hour. That's an
That's
hour
So
and
another, we'll call it 40 miles.
okay.
Cool. What do you think, Cookman? Over the river and ooh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, 40 miles gets us into like the tree line across the river.
Is that acceptable, Cookman?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm just looking at holistic medicine to see what it really study of herbology, plant lore. Avoid dangerous flora, including fairies. Ooh, preserve foods.
There's a bonus to preserve foods.
It says the character can also preserve foods.
Never mind.
But yeah,
Okay, so
but
you
I would say
guys
preserve.
spend a good hour flying away from the burning ruins of what appears to have been a lost civilization before the dinosaurs overran it.
And the Fae folk also use it to trick people.
We can make potions of tonics and negate poisons. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, let's run away super far. Do we see more of the valley at all, or is it kind of staying the same?
Staying the same. You know,
Oh,
it's a big, wide open valley. I mean, I'm being quite generous with how far you can see already.
Mhm.
140 miles.
yeah, I know. From here, it was a pretty high up.
Okay, so you want to land near the tree line. An hour further down the road, 35 miles further down.
Sure.
Where the real rainforest kicks in, and encounter roll because you're very far
Oh.
away from where you last were.
Cookman, you rolled the last one. I'll roll this one.
All
That
right.
is a 9. No encounter forest.
Okay, you land on the edge of the forest, having fled yet another adventure.
I'm trying to
Avoiding
survive.
unnecessary violence while also simultaneously causing violence. So, which we avoided. We successfully avoided our own violence as well. Wow, we're really good at this. Clever but futile idea.
And we're still really far and now we've gotten really far away from Mount Suggestion to stay away from the demons that lay within.
Yeah, I totally don't want to go back and find out how those hentai books can be used.
Nope.
Nope. Speaking of which, they didn't happen to fall out of my loincloth while we were traveling, did they?
No.
Woohoo! All
You
right.
have no privacy. You're in an open clearing with all of your friends from high school. So
Hmm.
it's up to you whether Scar is an exhibitionist, but moving
Uh,
right along.
Scar used up a lot of his PPE during that last fight. Is it okay if he was to be meditating the last hour?
I'll allow it. I'll give him 10 PPE back. And that means,
Nice.
well, I think Rose
I
Rose
mean,
still full up on PPE. So,
no, I'm not full up because I spent some to help fly us around last time. So I
yes,
can
okay. So you
I,
can.
I'll I will try to go for some deep meditation and see if I make it because that is a 98. I do not do deep meditation. I get a return on it at normal speed, which is how much
Just normal
per
rest.
hour?
10.
5.
10.
Well,
I will.
5 if you don't have a meditation skill, yeah, and you failed to meditate. So you kind of do
Okay.
all or nothing, right? You get
5.
5 an hour of sleep or rest, and 10 an
Okay.
hour meditating.
Okay. I'll take 5 back. So now I have 60 of 70. Hooray.
That's not bad at all.
So you guys land near the edge of the forest. Nothing tries to eat you immediately. What
Woohoo.
are we doing?
Um, well, I'd say let's rest, pick up, and go. I mean, we'll have Ryan go and make us some bread and milk. Yay.
Now that pork's back off the menu.
Yes. Although I wish Fairy was on the menu.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure actually. I take that back.
So are you guys doing any hunting or gathering, or you're just going to rely on Ryan to conjure bread and milk?
This place is a death trap. I'm gonna go with what we know will actually be okay.
At least we know
Okay.
the bread and the milk isn't poisoned.
Fly high
Yeah.
up and high enough in the trees to lash yourself to the limbs to get sleep and safety or
Ab-
something.
Woohoo!
absolutely.
Okay. I need wilderness survival from everybody
Wilderness
and
survival.
10% margins to care for another person if they don't have it.
I got a 92, so that's a no.
I got a 26 for wilderness survival. Have 6.
There's no way that would ever succeed.
Success.
Success by how much?
Let's see. Oh wait. I got a 26 out of 64. So
Oh, so
by
you can take care of the whole party. Never mind.
yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Woohoo! Go go!
Badger, Boy Scouts you all 40 feet into the trees.
Huh.
Uh for
The rope
lashing
ladder.
Okay, so you hang the party for bear, and by bear we mean T-Rexes.
Yep. The Jurassic Bears, if you will.
All right,
Smarter
nighttime
than
encounter
you.
roll.
Woo! Yeah, let's roll this old school style
Yeah, it's
in the
your
game.
roll. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avoiding encounters.
Nothing tries to eat you at night.
Okay.
All right. Uh, so
Morning
every
encounter
hour,
roll.
every hour
All
of
right, I'll roll.
meditation during the night counts as 2 hours of sleep, correct? So I could actually
No,
just I can meditate instead of sleeping.
nope. You need sleep.
Okay, so how many hours of sleep do we get?
You
I
need at
need this.
least 6 hours of sleep, growing boys. And you can spend the
Okay.
rest of the time meditating. And since you don't really have light sources that you can use, you don't really get up until dawn. So call that 10 hours total. So 4 hours of meditation and 6 hours of sleep.
All right. So
Means
5,
I can gain some stats back.
So the non-casters will
5
get 30
times
PPE back.
6 plus 10
How
times.
much how does what's the recharge rate for ISP again?
6.
Oh,
For meditation is 6 an hour.
Okay.
We'll double check
I didn't
sleep.
okay. I didn't add any ISP back during my one meditation thing, so I'll add it
18.
now cuz yeah, I'm back to full strength. Okay, cool. All right.
nice. Interesting. Oh, that's why. Hmm. 40 plus 30. Yeah. I don't know why I did that weird then. So I get 70 back in total? I'd be full up. Wow. 127. Things I did not know before today.
I think it's just 2 per hour of sleep otherwise. Like if you don't have meditation as a skill for ISP, but
Yep. I didn't
yeah, I
use up
think
any
I think
ISP.
I've
Oh, you
been
did.
rolling with two ISP and 5 PPE per hour if you're not trained.
Yep. That
All
is
right.
what the book says. Yep.
Okay. So nothing tries to eat you in the morning.
All right.
And you can relieve yourself and we're going to continue on
Oh,
our march up country.
I just I just realized for those guys it was maybe 6 times 5. You said 30 for the other guys.
They the non-caster boys get 30 PPE overnight.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's use up that 90 to start off the day.
Okay, 90 will get you another 35 miles. And an encounter.
All right.
All right, you rolled the encounter roll
Direction
last.
first, encounter roll second.
I thought you rolled the 10, didn't you? Or is that?
Oh, I did roll it. So it's your encounter roll. My apology. My brain go like, hey, I
Direction
can't remember
first,
things.
encounter roll second, boys.
Oh,
What do you
oh,
think?
oh,
What do you think? This way, towards the mountains.
I want to do it towards this gap here. Yeah.
We can go for the gap of Rohan.
Woo! All right. Ready? We're all ready. Okay. All right.
Really is a big map. Really, really is a big map.
Yes.
Okay, so an hour of flying gets you here. Give me a roll 20 and add you can add your IQ bonuses. So a perception check.
Okay.
So looking at characters, you would then is a D20 plus IQ as if it were physical prowess.
Well, I have a
So,
19.
D20 plus 2. So
That'd
D20
be
plus
a
2.
nat 12 plus 2. That'd be 12 for me.
I rolled a nat 20. Holy crap!
nat 20. Okay. As you've been been getting closer and closer to the mountains, you're seeing civilization there.
Like lights and stuff.
Specks flying between the peaks that used to look like birds and now look more like gargoyles, but too skinny. Flying around.
Do they look like
groups of 2 to 120?
Do they look like the pterodons that we had at the top of the spire?
They aren't flying dinosaurs. They look humanoid.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That's why I said like gargoyles, but too small and skinny. You don't think they've noticed you, because they seem to be flying in the regions around the mountains.
Lord, demons and monsters, then, right?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled a 42 out of 49.
I got a 75.
In Monsters and Animals, you want to look up Gromek.
Gromek.
Interesting.
Heck is a Gromek. How is that spelled?
Gromek. The Gromek are a race of giant aliens who appear to be more demonic than man or beast. Their head is animal-like with widely spaced eyes, huge maw, fangs, horns, and adorned with a series of bony plates that run from the nose to the top of their head. Their giant, bat-like wings and size give them further demonic appearance. However, the Gromek are not demons. They're a warrior race from another dimension with towering mountains. Their aggressive and predatory nature is evident by their disdain for all weaker forms of intelligent life. The Gromek's immediate inclination is to destroy or subjugate the weak. They view most humanoids as either their inferiors or as a threat to their domination. On their homeworld, the Gromek are the masters of their planet, having conquered or obliterated any who dare to oppose them. Their society is extremely strong and communal. Okay, so put Klingons in gargoyle bodies, make them more xenophobic and violent. Go.
So let's fly away from the evil xenophobic aliens. Oh boy.
They live in small clans of about 80 members, larger ones up to 300 or 400. In lands dominated by Gromik, there may be scores of these villages clustered together, representing thousands. And the smallest clan or scouting group will contain 2d6 warriors, half of which being female. So the mountains are Gromek territory. The valleys are Dino territory. The ruins, mummies.
Lovely. Just
What a wonderful
lovely.
land you've discovered. You're going to have
What
to
a
thank
love-
that Rakshasa for dropping you off here.
If
Do
I
we
do
know where
thank
we're
him,
at though? Is that because it seems like this would be
Are you
something that'd be
trying?
very yeah.
Well, that would be astronomy and navigation.
okay, let's see. We tried that before and he said we didn't know
Uh,
any of the actual constellations.
but
That's true. You've had some time.
All right.
It is about a week later. So
I mean, I'll roll astronomy. I think I have that.
all right.
I do have that.
Yes, you do, and I do
Wonderful.
whether
not.
you have it in a useful fashion or not, that is the question.
Let's see. That's a 35 out of 49, so I get it.
Woohoo!
So you don't recognize. Oh, so that's very good. Anybody else get it?
No. Oh, wait a second. I didn't roll for anybody else. I didn't know if we
Oh no,
should.
that's fine. You don't recognize any of the constellations, but you do recognize the moon,
Huh.
which means you can plug your elevate. And so as an astronomer, you know that means you're on the opposite hemisphere.
This really is March of Country.
So if Palladium were roughly where North America is,
We're in South America.
you're somewhere. You're in Australia somewhere.
Oh, so not just on the opposite hemisphere, but on the opposite side of the planet.
You can't tell that because you don't know how long you were unconscious, and longitude you actually need timekeeping to see what percentage of the Earth's rotation is between you and your source.
Got it. But we at least know that the moon is upside down.
No, the moon is fine. It's so far away that it's tidally locked that you
Well,
recognize all
no,
its
no,
features.
no. You misunderstand me. In the northern hemisphere, the moon looks one way. In the southern hemisphere, it looks upside down.
Sure.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that if the moon looks inverted,
Yeah.
then we know. Okay, so
So
then
I
we
will
know
let
that
you
we are.
try another astronomy with a 10% penalty to see if you can
Okay.
actually locate where you are chronologically. So longitude as well as
Okay.
latitude.
All right, so I need to get a 30. I need to roll below 39. I failed at that. That was an 80
So
something.
you
or
don't
another.
have that information yet. You're going to have to need some timeable astronomical event for you to make
Okay.
make another roll.
Got it. Okay.
So there's going to have to be like a scheduled eclipse or an unscheduled eclipse, since you can calculate that, the angle on that, and or some conjunction or something further out before you'll be able to actually. But you don't recognize these, so yeah, you're really kind of reinventing astronomy with a new database.
But we know that in fact we are still on the same planetoid. It's just a matter of
You are on the
where.
same planetoid. Gravity's the same. Temperature's the same. The moon's the same. The length of the day is the same. So it's not going to be impossible to get home if by home you mean Smallville. It'd be more challenging if by home you mean Aslan takes you back to Earth.
Right. That we're not counting on that
No.
eventuality of things
Well,
at
you
this
guys
exact
have voted
moment.
against it. So you told me that was
Well,
not that your characters are making a life here, is what I've been told.
Right.
And you don't want to
yeah.
go home, and you don't miss your mothers and sisters and little siblings and pizza
Nope.
and antibiotics.
No, that would definitely. I think they would definitely miss those things. I just don't know if they would realistically believe that that was actually even a possibility at this moment.
Oh yeah,
Like,
magically.
well, okay, so but
That was one of the
what?
options at the bottom of Mount suggestions.
Getting home magically was one of the things.
None of you analyzed all the power circles at the tip.
Well, we came across Uniboink 1 and 2, and it was a matter of run or
The double eaten. Yep.
yeah. We kind of that idea kind of went out the window.
Well, not being double eaten is the appropriate choice, to be sure. But
Yes.
because it's hard to get home after your throat's been ripped out. In the final moments of passion.
Yeah.
They are not white court vampires. The succubuses and incubuses in this world are not white court. None of this
No.
friendly and emotional enslavement. No. They just want to kill you, doubling your PPE so they can consume it.
Right.
Yuck.
That's the pragmatic way to go about it.
Okay, so
Oh man.
I'd be really irritated if my drunken neighbor booming 60s and 70s classics gets me copyright struck on this video today. Anyway,
I can't really hear it.
okay, good.
Same.
So you've gotten this far. You've identified the Gromec as you were heading for the mountains.
Yeah. We're just gonna not
It seems like now you want to pass away from the mountains.
Yeah.
Those mountains at least.
I mean, I
Okay.
would say it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we actually are in kind of like a crescent moon of mountains, and the best course of action would probably be to go for the largest pass, which would be this way.
Are we sure? I almost
You
just
want
want to go like. I
At
don't
least the
know. I feel
Gromecs
like.
have civilization. Maybe they can borrow some pants.
Are
but
they
they would
not going
eat
to
her.
try to murder us?
They would. There's a highly
Well,
xenophobic.
there's a chance they could enslave you
I
instead.
don't want to be enslaved. being on this
All
side
right.
of the planet is bad enough as it is.
How about we just try to go straight up this river or something? Like
What?
go.
That's we've established that the mountains are Gromec territory.
Not all the mountains, are they?
That
Based
is
on
their native habitat.
yeah. So no, let's not go for the mountains where the Gromecs are.
They live in all the mountains.
Safe to assume.
Well, if local civilization fell a long time ago,
Probably because of the
then
Gromecs.
they've had plenty of time to make scaly babies.
All right, directly west. Then it looks like.
Yeah, basically. Good thing we went this direction this far.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
All right. Could Scar go and fuel the next like hour or so, and then
Do you top out at
meditate while he's
70? Do you even have an hour worth of fuel?
me? Yeah,
Okay,
I have
it's
127 pp,
all right.
and
So
so
an hour is 90
okay.
for another 35 miles.
All right. How about I do 90 then?
So it gets us
Okay.
just over that tributary.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
not. That's a major river. I mean, the fact that
That's
that river is like 6 miles across.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Continent. This is a continent map.
I just the scale keeps wigging me out.
129 miles across that lake.
That's
Wow.
Yeah, that's like Great Lake kind of territory in
Wow.
some respects.
It's at least longer than the Great Lakes are wide.
Yeah.
So Lake
That's
Champlain at the minimum.
Dang. Ooh.
Actually, I wonder how wide the Red Sea is. Not the Red Sea, the Black Sea.
Oh, the Black Sea? Oh goodness. Hello, Google Earth.
Oh, it's the world's largest inland body of water, so bigger than Lake Superior. Never mind. Anyway, it's at least it's pushing like Lake Ontario size, you know.
Pretty big.
Because 30 miles across, that's not far off of Lake Erie. Okay, guys. So flying encounter roll and then landing encounter roll.
Okay. Whose turn is it for an encounter roll? Is it mine?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'll
Well,
roll.
you guys can do one each because there's an hour in the air, and then there's the situation on the ground when you land.
All right. I just rolled a 6 for the first encounter roll.
I got a 14. All right.
You guys are no fun.
Good.
We're staying
Good.
alive.
Absolutely. Staying alive. We're doing CPR on our campaign right now, and we are definitely vibing with the staying alive.
Yeah, and the not engaging in combat.
Well, given that you're dressed up as like the human kid in the Avatar movies,
Boop, boop.
Oh my god.
that poor boy. I hope they paid that actor. Like, how old are
Right.
you? 16. Okay, we want you to run around in a loincloth in front of the entire population of the planet for 9 hours. How are you in the insecurity department?
I mean,
Yep.
still technically more self-respect than I don't know. And the guy, what was that movie? After Earth, Will Smith and his son.
AE. Yeah.
Jaden Smith.
Oh
That poor
Yep.
boy.
gosh. Yeah, that guy. Oof.
Very much
Oof.
so. Yeah.
Moving right along.
Could I spend a couple hours trying to go and summon a fire elemental?
Jurassic
Are we?
Park. So, you know, that's 2 encounter rolls. Sure.
What?
Why are we summoning a fire elemental right now?
Okay, I am not. I am just gonna meditate and we'll wait for us to get to our destination.
Wherever that destination is.
Yeah, where is that, by the way? How will you know?
We don't know. We don't know yet.
What?
We haven't reached the edge of the
You guys
the
haven't
cloud of.
paid me fate points for any ruins or anything to say you come across some ruins or anything else
Well,
Dungeon Crawly.
Nope.
you've given us
Nope.
ruins before, but it's like we're like
Yeah,
And
we
when I do give you ruins, you guys get all like, "Ah, run away, burn it to the ground."
and we did. We burned it to the ground.
Yeah.
you're trying to murder us. You're not trying to give us gifts. It's not
Look
it's not
remarkably
benevolent.
similar.
Yeah, right.
Literally, it was like
Only,
horror, like a save versus awe factor. It's like,
it's
oh
like,
my gosh.
they only look similar to a sadist. To the layman's eye, I would say that it looks just like a torture chamber,
Here's the thing, Bruce.
and we'd like to avoid it.
is that characters in stories don't normally know what genre they're in. Our
Yes.
characters know what genre they're in.
What genre do you think I'm of game of you think I'm running?
One where everything tries to kill you. That's a horror story.
You say
Yes.
this is a horror story. I say I run high adventure campaigns.
Well,
Interesting. They're not mutually exclusive.
yeah, pretty much.
See aliens.
See Die
They
Hard.
warp. Yep.
I do
It's
tend
an
to
amalgamation.
flicker back and forth between the two, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kind
Yeah.
of ooze and bleed over into each other.
And let's not forget,
Absolutely.
these characters have watched Jurassic Park.
Yes. Yes, they
And
have.
they remember watching Jurassic Park.
So, do you want you don't want to spend the time summoning a massive PPE battery?
We can't take him flying with us because he'd
You
burn
can.
down the. We can. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking the bigger fire dude.
Yeah, a full on a lesser elemental can restrain its incendiary nature.
I'm not gonna
Makes
lie.
it less valuable in combat, but doesn't do anything to its PPE stores.
Having a PPE battery to help us fly would be great.
Yeah.
That does mean 2 hours over by a mile away from a major waterway in
The damn
Jurassic Park.
Crocs. The damn Crocs. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
All right.
Which
Oh
Let's do
no.
it. Let's do it. 20% chance. 20% chance. It's totally worth it.
Okay. All right. Like I'll roll the first encounter roll to see what do we
Okay.
get. That's a 17. We're no encounter for the first hour.
Okay. And the second one is 19.
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see what I get for my
GM
roll.
offers the party a fate point.
Oh, that's wonderful. I roll a 6 for mine. I am not taking that. I'm paying off that fate point.
You're
I
paying me.
like
You're
my.
both paying me that fate point.
Yes. Yes, he is paying me
Okay.
the fate point. And I'm getting
Okay.
my elemental. Is it Pyre? Do I get Pyre back?
Yeah, you get Pyre back.
Woo. I paid the fate point.
Pyre returns after a day and a half off. Hope you
Good,
enjoyed your day
really?
off. Oh, I'm back in the wet places. Ugh.
You're a mile away from the wet place.
This whole plant, he's from a fire dimension. This whole place is the wet place.
Oh, he's from Hellmire in Helldivers?
No, he's from
Mm-mm.
like just a dimension that is just pure plasma energy.
Oh, okay. Worse. Got it.
Oh, yeah. So, now I can meditate and we can take off and they can suck the energy from Pyre and all that stuff.
How long do you have Pyre? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's still like up to like 10 days.
Uh-huh.
How much
Uh,
PPE does Pyre contribute?
it's up to a week because at a week is when he starts getting really antsy.
Yeah.
But I actually have to start making rolls after that. He'll tell me like, I will attack you if you do not let me go. 50% chance. He starts off with 300. He gets 10 per hour.
Nice.
Oh, because if he's just meditating.
Oh, he just
That's
naturally. Pyre just naturally goes and gets that. Yeah, he also bioregens 1d6 times 10 SDC / hit points every minute. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I wrote that down because I'm pretty sure I asked you because it wasn't written down anywhere as to how fast he got it back. Because we used up
so
130 to go
modified
get fine.
with all the math put together. Pyre loses 65 PPE per hour of flight.
Uh,
Which means Pyre's good for 4 hours of flight as a battery.
I thought it'd be 80. Wouldn't it be net 80? Because you're supposed to do 15
5
times.
times it's 12 minutes. It's 12 minutes per flight. 12
Oh.
minutes per cast at 15.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
65. Or 75. Then he regains another 10. So then his net loss over an hour is 65. I work in manufacturing. This is actually the kind of math that is my life's blood. Is like your scrap rate, your scrap rate, your production rates, your totals, your
Right.
running totals. Yeah.
That makes sense.
This gives you an additional 210 miles off of Pyre over 4 hours.
Nice.
And if it's net loss of 65 over 4 hours, 132.60. So he's down to 40.
I have 40
Okay.
left. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That gets us 206.
210 miles. Yeah.
210. Yes.
This away?
35 miles
Due west.
an hour. How is you? You said 4 hours, right?
4 hours at 35 miles an hour.
That's 140. Is
Okay.
it not?
140.
Yeah, that
I
is
thought
140.
I was like, wait a second.
Mm.
That's still, I mean, that's a lot. 140
Yeah.
miles. You couldn't make that kind of time going down, or I guess maybe going down a river. But yeah, you 20 miles a day is
As a
would be
former
pushing it.
canoe
Maybe like
guide,
a week.
casual river travel is 3 to 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Gotcha.
And you're starting to see the end of the rainforest.
Oh, sweet. What hellish landscape do you have in store for us now?
You're seeing bits of plains and marshes and some deciduous forest right at the
Interesting.
very edge.
Okay.
And that's 4 hours. So 2 hours to summon. So that puts us at 13. 5 p.m., which
Okay.
in hunter and gathering is time to start making your camp and
Well, time to hug a tree.
find a tree
Okay.
and hug it.
Uh,
But that's also 4 hours of flight. So I need 4 encounter rolls.
Okay.
all right.
I'll roll 2, you roll 2.
Can't believe each hour is a roll.
Okay,
Why?
encounter roll.
I was just saying. I can't believe each hour is a roll.
You're traveling through multiple animal territories and you are snack sized.
I've rolled 2.
No.
Cookman! I love you, Cookman.
Oh no. And that's like the perfect time to leave off for now because we'll counter roll next week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, how much can I get meditating? How many? It would have been 4 hours, but I did the encounter roll.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of non-meditating people who not currently fueling your escape in your pursuit of civilization.
Yeah.
So, you don't necessarily have to stand guard. Although I guess one of you magic users will have to actually fly the thing. So call it
Well,
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay.
Well, there's only 2 real mages, so you'd have to split the controls. Call it 2 hours of meditation.
Wait a second. If I'm the one brought the battery, do I not get to get bigger breaks? Especially since I'm the one that used up a good portion of my PPE.
Sir, not yet sufficiently obscenely nicknamed Morlock is not getting special favors due to his recent loss in social status.
He has no idea what you're talking about.
No, he doesn't. It still doesn't change the facts.
Oh man.
Oh boy. You guys did so many things that Palladium rewards.
Yeah.
So
Woohoo!
things
Yeah.
that Palladium rewards out of all proportion. Good judgment and avoiding unnecessary violence with the. I'm just giving you details. Don't start tallying things yet.
Okay.
Mm.
So, with good judgment and avoiding unnecessary violence with the Sphinx was worth 200. Figuring out that you know how the doors work, so you would now be able to get through the lower door, was worth 100. Good judgment, fleeing the succubuses rather than losing your virginity to death, was worth the same 200 for the Sphinx. Like, well, gotta go. Of both avoiding combat and avoid fleeing danger. Putting together a wicker. What the hell would you even a wicker platform to use fly on
A wicker
to carry the
nest.
group away? That was worth 100. Your brief fight with the puck was worth 25. Torching Anchor Wat fleeing and torching Anchor Wat was not very impressive, and you were in no real immediate danger, so that was only worth 50. Deciding that having a PPE battery would greatly fuel your escape efforts, and then staying in dinner time and paying off, that was daring and useful. So I'm giving you 150 for that. So that's the base. And then mostly playing in character stuff for Scar. Either that or because because it's only two of you, most of your individual stuff was was
Flavor
the
text?
group XP. So there's not a whole lot. You mostly made a lot of like in character decisions and role playing decisions. So total for Scar is 1,025.
Wow.
Badger kept you guys all from flying into slavery with the Gromex, and he solved a campaign level problem with the final IDing what continent you're on. So that gave him
Yes.
more. 350. So
What
his
kind?
total
What?
is 1175.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah. 1175 on top of all those skill rolls you did, which is just
Yeah, I did like 13
phenomenal.
skill rolls in total.
Yeah.
Roger had a useful skill roll with ventriloquism. So he's getting up to 850. So Scar 1025 and Badger 1175 plus your actual skill rolls for the day.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
And if it seems ridiculous, let me draw out your path so far.
we've gone a distance.
No.
Whoa.
Let me try this again.
Well, I like that.
That's been since waking up. That's been the party's adventure. And so you guys have done 5 times the escapitude of, the previous 3 adventure campaigns combined. Um, yeah, almost 10 hours of flight time west because you've been able to fuel that. Where on foot you would have been going at like 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So safe to say you've outrun the Velociraptor pack and the lonely, lonely shapeshifters.
Yeah. And the demons that wanted to eat our face.
Also your face.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fairies and the T-Rex. So the valley of the Gromech, the valley of the dinosaurs, and you have been super friends. You're just gonna have to vacation here again sometime.
Well, if we want to come back and do some harvesting.
No, stay, power-gaming weasels.
Come
Is
back
this
when we're
kind of
strong
Dragon
enough.
Bones if we kill a T-Rex and
I don't cast animate dead on the
No,
T-Rex.
see,
What
no.
do I do?
Here's what,
Ride it to town.
Cookman. What we do is we come back and we get the pet T-Rex that
ooh.
one of our players have always wanted as a way, and we figure out eventually how to basically enslave its mind because it's a very tiny little mind.
You are. If Smallville ends up jousting off a T-Rex back, I'm going to be irritated.
Well, okay.
Hey, Dragonlance, fine.
When we have a little more than loincloth, we get, our better weapons back and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, come back and let's enslave some T-Rexes. That'd be fun. Riding those into town. That'd be hilarious.
I was
Ah,
thinking, I mean, if we're gonna go back and we're gonna animate the T-Rex corpse, I mean, are we gonna be riding it to the Dark Hollow or something, or are we
Well,
gonna?
no. Think about this. We also know that at at the top of Mount Phallus, we know that there are circles of power and stuff like that, and possibly a map of how to actually get home. So that's something actually worth coming back for eventually.
yes, you haven't awakened anything deep and evil in Mount Phallus by breaking the 5,000-year-old seals. No,
Well,
Tavi, you did good. You got the Mushroom of Night. All right,
Oh,
guys. Satisfied, this feedback, poem, short stories.
let us run far, far away from this nightmare.
absolutely.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. Yes.
Rolls an encounter roll, rolls a 1, instantly gets attacked by a freaking prehistoric bald eagle.
I'm going to zoom back out to get a perspective of how far you have to get out. How
Oh,
far
we've
you
got a
still have to go
long,
at
long way to
100%.
go. I
Bruce,
mean,
was that quote Butters from South Park?
No, that was Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I heard it in Butters' voice, and I was like, that sounds like something he would say. But no, that makes sense. I remember that now. Yeah. It's like, I know I've heard that
You
before.
you have found where both the Gromech and the dinosaurs live.
we have found 2 civilizations
Yeah.
out of probably a lot of them.
And when we
Oh
decide we want
yeah.
to come back and murder some stuff, we have a place to go.
And the
Until
nice
then,
thing is
let's,
you
yeah.
guys don't actually rewatch these, so you can't see what's behind the GM screen that I'm looking at and recording.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting to be able to cheat like that. That's awesome.
Oh scheisse.
I've I've rewatched a couple of these just because I wanted to like remember specifically what was happening in certain moments, but uh yeah, that does not inspire me to think that it would be any better going into the next session because Metagaming too hard will do that.
Hmm.
Gentle nudges, being subtle, that's where it's
Yeah.
at. You push your luck too far, you're gonna get a little pushback. The universe has that karmic balance to it.
Yeah, it really does.
And it's called somebody who's conscientious running the game.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't punish you people. I don't rails you people. I mean, I have my failings as a GM because it does weaken the like epic narrative because I don't lock you in. I don't send
Right.
you droids that say help me Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Yeah, you
I
just
mostly
take
let
the
you
droid.
survive the consequences of your own choices because I feel like
Yeah,
that's adventure enough.
you just take the friendly droids that we have, and then you turn them against us.
Yes.
But listen,
Convenient.
Darth Tweet Whistle was just he
He
was
was
nightmare
awesome.
fuel.
And right for the taking.
It's still just
I
a
re-
droid. Yep.
I regret none of my decisions with that droid.
But
He was
I will also
awesome.
state, because I was talking this over with the godson, you guys have had your freebie, right? Your get out of death, get out of total party annihilation free card. That's what this
Yeah.
is. This is
Oh yeah.
you all died, except I'm giving you yet another break. And
Yes.
Yeah.
if the next TPK will not be this merciful.
Right.
No, it will be new character sheets. I definitely get that part. I don't know if everybody
Uh
understands that
Oh
or
no,
necessarily has the.
death slash a at least a death god is part of this plot line. So I'm not saying what would happen the next TPK. I'm just saying it won't be as kind and gentle as chewed to near to the brink of comatose and left in your undies in the in the valley of the dinosaurs.
Right.
Something worse will happen next time.
He will become involuntarily trans.
No. Well, no. That's that at the same. Yes, no. Um,
A burnt
this is
and
right up there
desiccated husk of a
when
hand.
Christoph was. This is you're making me stammer the same way as when Christoph was like, "What zombie elves?" I'm like, "Shut up! Get out of my mind." Um,
That was wild.
You wake up to find yourself unmanned.
well, no, because I had just finished building a whole dungeon of zombie elves and other immortal threats, and I was like, "God damn it! How does he?" But
Yeah,
all right,
it's
so
it's that time.
it is that time. It's amazing how productive like solo runs and very small groups are, but
Yes.
there's a lot less fun role playing interaction to it. So
Yeah, yeah.
unless you guys were going to whip up a Hardy and an Abbott and Costello routine as you flew over Jurassic Park here, the humor options were limited, and I think I think that we exhausted them at the front door of Mount Phallus.
We speed ran the getting away part a little bit.
Although I will make sure that everybody knows what you did, and so that your character can be properly socially mocked and given a hard time.
He's immune to it.
Um, I know, and yet, having survived high school, we all know that no other teenagers care. They're going to do it to you anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, good job. I don't think we've got any leveling up to do.
No.
Nope, I did all my leveling before we started.
Okay, and so like fire magic is so powerful. I don't know. I
It can be.
mean,
It can be. It can
I
be.
don't know where you want to go with Scar.
I'm gonna keep him going through at least another level of fire magic. So I don't know if I want to cross-class them. I don't know. I was considering because you mentioned it before, and you said, oh, maybe level 4, level 5, or something like that, and then you can cross-class into something more men of arms. But
So you're thinking of his weeb upbringing would make him want to like pick up assassin or paladin or something to match with his magic?
right, yeah. But I'm just
Okay.
wondering if there's nothing that in the magic OCCs that would allow me to do that. I'd actually have to take the
Yeah.
penalty
Oh,
for the cross class.
because one thing that elementals that warlocks do is they're the only class that can cross class into their own class.
Right. But then I
There's
have
no
to start
field
off with
training
the
involved, right? They can go from like level whatever element 1 and go straight to level 1 element 2 just
right.
by changing their focus, and they don't lose any, so it's kind of disgusting, but you can become, this is how you get like warlocks of all 4 elements, and those people are just their raw natural abilities are get sick, and then from their elemental alignments, and then their then the just breadth and depth of their magic is like
Too bad I didn't do a double element and then cross class into a double element. That would have been pretty
no
sweet.
actually
Yeah,
that sucks because you only get one spell from each element per level.
true. That's true.
Totally not worth it. This is the way. If you want to be a dude of all 4 elements, you're not just after the bonus
Yeah.
perks. This is the path.
All right.
All right. Good night, gentlemen.
Have a good night.
Night, everyone.
I will post this. I don't know how much time we lost, but
Yeah.
thanks.
Alright.
And so the sound quality, etc., is better now that I actually have a stand and a shock filter and everything.
This so much better.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. God bless, guys. Good night.
Bye.
God bless.